your boy, Mr. Drew. We're off to do another one of our misadventures in this game. I don't know. Kind of feeling the zone right now, and I'm just feeling it. I'm gonna go for it. So Mega Man, I'm sorry. Every time I see the color scheme, I just gotta get a Mega Man. I like the hair. 16, okay. That's kind of cute too. Reminds me a little of... Oh god, I can't remember the name of the anime. Oh god. Rosen Maiden. Reminds me of one of the characters from Rosen Maiden. Cutesy, I'm down. Let's see. Omri? No. I decided I'm going to start working on this too, because I haven't been working on that trophy. Oh. I know, I'm probably going to get slack for this, because people are going to be like, it's a Playboy shirt. But wait, it's not. I promise you it's not. It is a skateboarding shirt, and it's a classic skateboarding shirt. I'll move up forward so I can identify and put this thing. Hookups. As in hookup skateboard decks. Yeah. There you go. Truth secret. Mr. Drew was a skater in his 20s. Yeah. Not famous or anything. Nothing major. I'm gonna leave it. I mean, yeah, I hung out with some people, met some cool, like, kind of famous-y skaters. Hung out with a couple. One dude, hung out with him. After a while, I kind of wondered if I was just part of his crew because I had a car. And I was the only one at that park who had a car at the time. Yeah, whatever. I just noticed that when he got a car, I didn't hear much from him anymore. He was a cool dude. Oh, let's see. What do I see? Actually, on that. I think that is lovely. Oh, my cuddle monkey's on and wants me to play with him. Maybe I'll hop on after I'm done with this recording. Yeah, I called him that. That's weird. Oh, okay. Whoa. That was kind of cool. I totally forgot what I was talking about at the beginning, and that's okay, because I tend to space out sometimes. Hell, I'll be in full conversations with my roommate and forget what I'm talking about. Oh, that's good. It keeps me from being mad at something if I was mad at it. Oh yeah, I was talking about my shirt. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I hadn't really hit the main topic for tonight. I just started like getting into reading the subtitles for the game, forgot what I was talking about, and spent this time trying to remember what it was. So I just saw myself and remembered. Yeah, I was a skater. It was kind of cool. Met some people who might have been users, not sure. Didn't really hear much from them after they got a car. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, just stating the way it felt. I don't know why. She feels good. I thought she might. I didn't make the joke like I was going to. Oh yeah, this part again. Okay, so this is not being... Yeah, wasn't really great, but I found that when I was skateboarding, I found the best decks for me was hookups, and so I kind of bought a couple hookup shirts, and this is one of the 2 shirts that I bought. Oh no, I take it back. 3 hookup shirts I bought. I forgot I bought the white one, and I don't wear it much because I tend to destroy white shirts. They just tend to get stained very quickly around me, almost like a dirt magnet. Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. So I just gonna say that, yeah, skating shirt, not Playboy. Don't get me wrong, it's a fine publication. Just wasn't endorsing that tonight. But we're gonna get to the main topic because I had another streamer, what I would call one of my mentors type streamers, like Hup up there. I had respect for them, and because of what they do, how they do it, and that they, you know, are actually doing it and not, I mean, their bite is just as bad as their bark when it comes to when they preach about it. They're out there actually doing it. They're not trying to be like a boss out there. They're out there trying to be a leader. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, what's the difference? Well, a boss is just going to tell you what to do. A leader's going to get out there and do it with you. That's what I'm talking about. And that's how I look at this guy as a mentor for streaming. But I'm not going to name names because, yeah. But he gave me a great idea tonight that I should talk about, you know, nicknames. How most people know me as Mr. Drew, and that's cool. But there's a backstory to it. Like Drew's not my real name. And that's okay. But it goes back to the fact of I've had that people have known me as Drew so long that I might as well just literally change my name to Drew. That's as far as it got with me. Oh, come on. I'm like delaying. Hit me! Oh, perfect. Let's see. Oh, is it a block 1? No, I hate you. It's a defensive super where she has to get hit. Sweet. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Whoa. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but man, she's a little twisted. I like it, like personality-wise, but wow. Wait, she's a robot and she's a robot? Huh? I'm so confused. I'm glad this is a reaction video a little bit with this too. Wow. Well, it's story time while Drew plays. Because Drew's good at telling stories while he plays, randomly enough. I'm going to tell you the story of how I got the name Drew. I kind of got into trouble my 8th grade year, first semester at 8th grade. I was kind of going to what some people had determined to be a better school district. But for me, it ended up being not a better fit. Like, I ended up feeling like my education kind of got pushed off to the side more so than it needed to. Did I get it? Oh yeah! Please get the trophy. Yeah, it's a trophy! That's crazy! I got into a trouble. Basically, I had been into a few fights the year before at that school. I was kind of a fighter. Bad temper, would get into bad situations. In my 8th grade year at this school, I got into 2 major fights. One, I ended up fighting a teacher. Yeah, I'll admit it. I ain't gonna give the teacher's name, not gonna give the school, but the teacher and I came to blows. He taunted me as him and I were we were fighting. And then we got to a point where trophy. Seeing if it was gonna be a trophy for that move, because usually there's 2 special trophy art moves for special attacks. So I got in trouble and I had to leave the school I was at. But they told me they'd give me one more chance before they expelled me. Like, it was bad. But they were going to expel me and have me arrested for this because I got into the fight with the teacher. What saved it is when I was trying to say that I felt like I was defending myself against the teacher and everything. Nobody was listening to me. They thought I was, just BSing them. And yes, I did catch myself, had to censor it. I'll admit it. I'm not broken. Okay. Yeah. Like, the teacher grabbed me by the throat. I, hit him as best I could, tried to defend myself. And it got to the point where, he was taunting me and kept taunting me. And I just was gotten more pissed. But when I told people about it, it was like, hey, I had to defend myself. I felt that I was being attacked by the teacher. He actually did put his hands on my neck, things like that. It didn't sound good. No one believed me. Everybody thought I was just full of it. And when it came time for my mom, who had custody at the time and was raising me at the time, that's badass. To talk with the school district about it, the teacher brought up a traumatic experience that happened when I was young. And it was one of those things I remembered it and I could kind of remember things and try to piece it back together and make sure that, you know, I didn't forget it, and that I wasn't imagining it, and that it was true. And that was one of those things like I would do when I was sitting there thinking in class bored. Well, the teacher one day asked me about why I don't like train tracks. Yeah. And so I told him one day, and he thought it. And when I told him the story, he didn't believe me, and so he pulled that up as an example of me being full of bullshit. And my mom full on looks at him and says, "That really happened. So will you please stop accusing my son of being full of shit when he's trying to say he was feeling like he had to defend himself against you?" And so it got that bad, and it made him look bad. And so pretty much a lot of his defenses against me ended up just being dropped because he lost a lot of leverage. But they were going to give me one last chance before they expelled me. And I had another incident about a couple days before the end of the quarter. You know, because they had the semesters are broken up into 2 parts. One of the more jerkish, asshole-ish, whatever you want to call it, kids in my class like to pick on smaller kids, even though if they were older, things like that. And he loved to pick on the foreign kids. You know, especially if they didn't speak English, he would make it a mission to make their lives horrible. Well, I caught him cornering one, I want to say, I believe he was from Taiwan? No, Taiwanese kid. He had him cornered, was beating on him, I mean full on, just pounding away. And he reached back for his pocket to grab a knife, and me, not thinking, I dove at him with a pen. You know, great old little writing pen. I mean, hell. Writing pen. And I stuck it in his shoulder long enough for him to drop the knife, but I still got in trouble. He got in trouble. I mean, it was like maybe a week or 2 before the end of the quarter, and so my mom begged and pleaded and got them to give me a few more days at the school. You know, just to let me finish the last of the quarter, and then she would ship me to the next town over school district. Like, I got expelled from the whole school district for a while over this. Like, none of the middle schools would touch me in that town. So I went to the next town. I mean, I had to give you that background because yeah. So I go to the next town, and I'm not even enrolled in the school yet. Like, it's after school, probably like the day before their new quarter started, and I already get jumped by two black guys that I've never seen before. I'm just walking to the school checking it out because I was told that it was all right for me to walk around the school by the principal. Dude, shurikens. I know it sounds really weird when I say that. Yeah, I got jumped before I even started the school. Whatever. But like, one of the guys jumped on my back. The other guy was stalking me in the front. I mean, I already had fought, martial arts training. Knew how to fight a little bit before I got into martial arts. Got kicked out of the last school district for fighting. So the dude on my back, I did what everybody else would do. I rammed him into the wall behind me as hard as I could, repeatedly, until he fell off my back. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say like he fell for a minute in a limp way and he was knocked out or anything. No, he just got off my back when he realized I was gonna keep hurting him. And the guy who was punching away at me in the front, I just tried to do the best I could with, you know, I couldn't really have full movement because his buddy was hanging on me, holding my arms a little bit. So I just tried to do like the old-fashioned boxing, you know, the 1950s style boxing, and maybe get in a couple of good knees if I could. I mean, this is before I started even trying to learn like, you know, like a little bit of Muay Thai, which, yeah, I learned a little bit, but not formally. I'll leave it as that. But I got a hell of a knee. Double entendre. Love that line. But yeah, and the vice principal, who I just found out passed away, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. You know, poor little Alphorn. Good dude, really was. But I start the school, and the first day, you know, to do the whole new kid thing, nobody knows you, nobody wants to talk to you. And the few that do talk to you really kind of just trying to fill you up, figure out if you're a threat or what. And, you know, everything's groovy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Second day, I think that the school had like 7 periods. I remember it was like probably like the 5th period, something like that. And I remember science, I remember the teacher. Sorry, wrong button. And, I had 2 guys come up to me. I'm not going to give their real names because that's really messed up, and I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to look around my room right now, come up with a couple names. Oh, okay. I just came up with 2 quick fake names. And you can probably guess that I'm a horror fan just because where I come up with these 2 names. I'm going to call them Fred and Jason. Easy thing. Easy way for me to remember it. Fred is going to be a kind of heavy set, you know, medium-sized black kid. And I mean like medium height. Jason. I'm not trying to pick on him, but I'm guessing by his last name, Jewish kid. But, you know, really kind of whatever. Kind of Weasley looking at the time. Type kids. You know, they're 8th grade with me, and they look at me and they're just trying to clown on me. Just trying to make fun of me. And I'm like, and you know, nothing's too major. And, you know, then I can't remember which one it was. I think it was, Fred looks over at Jason and says, "Oh my god, that cartoon, the one with Tom and Jerry." Yeah, I'm gonna throw out real cartoon names now, sorry. And because it pertains, because I have to use another cartoon character's name to go with it. And they're like, you know, the depressed one, the dog, the one that always looks like he's gonna kill himself and always sad looking. Jason goes, "You mean Droopy Dog?" And that's where the Drew nickname originally starts. Oh, it twists multiple times, but yeah, I think that was 91, I'm guessing. But wait, it gets worse, it gets better, there's more to it. Belmont? Ooh, hold on, you really just Simon? That just got my attention. I've got to come up with another name too, so I'm looking around. Huh. Well, just because the line of where I got the names is a couple Funko Pops in my room, the next name in line would be Ben. Okay. Ah, wait. Actually, I'm going to need 3 names next, so that works, because I got 3 Funko Pops. Alright. Yeah, there's gonna be some more names that are gonna come up into this pretty soon. Well, actually, Ben's the only one that really matters. Wanted to catch my breath for a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. I just honestly needed to catch my breath for a moment. So friend Jason have now redubbed me as Droopy Dog. And it doesn't catch on at first. And I mean, it not at all. Like, maybe everybody in my, what do you call it, my science class. Everybody who was in that classroom, and it's like not really going well. Maybe like, yeah, like pretty much everybody who's in that classroom starts to get used to it. The teacher jokes about it, you know, nothing too major. But it's kind of just chill, nothing over the top. 2 weeks go by. And one of the guys who's in the class, yeah, that's right, I said I'm gonna call him Ben. His name's Ben. He's a little bit smaller than me. Kind of like, I don't want to say, like, my first impression of him was, you know, a little bit smaller than me, kind of like a, I don't want to say try-hard, because I think that's not the right term I want to use, where he just wants everyone to accept him, but you could tell, like, he wasn't fully happy with himself on some level. What an idiot. But you can tell he's not fully happy. He's hanging out with these two bigger guys. I'm gonna call them Daryl and Bruce. And Daryl and Bruce, they're bigger than me. A lot bigger. I mean, hell. Daryl, Armenian dude. Big, huge Armenian looking guy. Bruce, I want to say some sort of Hispanic, not Mexican per se. Maybe, I'm not sure. El Salvador, my guess. Or one of the other ones. I'm sorry, I'm not great with that, but I'm trying to get someone in that right area. Oh, this one again. Okay, I can skip over this. But, well, not really skip, but you know. But it's just the whole problem with, like, the... Okay, look at me. Ben just is mad at me. And, like, he's trying to clown on me to get his acceptance from his peers. And I can understand that, because everybody does that in one way or another. And so, I think he's joking with me. And so I throw a your mama joke at him. And apparently he was a little sensitive about that. Ben, Daryl, and Bruce, I had to look up again, pretty much decided they're going to beat the shit out of me for hurting Ben's feelings. So Bruce and Daryl, since they're bigger than me, they go after me first, and I'm like doing okay and trying to hold my own. It's like middle of class, and we just pretty much just, you know, it starts to go down, and so I just go outside because it's a little big, wider area. I could probably. Whoa, she's a machine doll? Wow, she didn't look like that. But I figure I'd at least have a better area. I'm not gonna end up hitting anybody else. No one else is gonna get caught up in it. I already know how classroom fights end. Been in too many of them. That's why I got expelled. Keep going back to that. But it just, these guys pound away at me, and you know, I do my own. I can't hold my own against both of them at the same time, no matter how much I'm trying. These dudes just overpower me. It's kind of like, you know, when you're playing with Jimmy Lee and you got two Obobos coming at you at the same time. They're going to do some damage. You're going to take it no matter how much you want to. Unless you got that timing perfect. And these guys have that timing, go, no, we're both going to come at you at the same time no matter what. We're not going to space out like the Obobos do. See? Threw a game of logic in there. But it got to the point where they wore me down, and then Ben pounded away on me a little bit too while it was a little more, kind of, it was a little weekend. And he picks me up and rams me through a window. You're like, wait, I thought this is how you got your nickname. Yeah, but we're talking about how it overgrew me now. Part 2 of this. Oh, plot twist. Oh wait, that's crazy. But, after the fight happened, this is the first time. Oh, I take that back. Not the first time. The first time I've been knocked out by anyone. It's not the first time I've been knocked out. I've been knocked out once before, but that's because I fell off a wall when I was like 5. That's my first knockout. Our first time me being knocked out. So this dude Ben, he knocks me out by throwing me through the window. The fight spreads throughout the school. I mean, it is the fight of the year. And this is, I think, maybe like my second week at this school. Like they're actually talking about expelling me from this because this fight already. God, I laugh at this. God, I'm sorry, I'm scared. So I laugh at this now. Like, I was in the fight of the year. Got my ass handed to me, but it backfired on Ben. As he was trying to do the acceptance, he ended up getting, well, you and your 2 friends ganged up on him, and it made him look bad. Instead of him getting the recognition of being, hey, I kicked this dude's ass for talking shit about my mom. Oops. Sorry. I ended up becoming popular. Everybody knew who I was. My name changed from to Drew. Pretty much just like that. But at the end of that school day, I was Droopy. Droopy got his ass kicked, but he still came up and still was able to show his face to school the next day. Walked around the rest of the day. Concussion and all. Big old huge knot on my forehead. Big old black eye. Went through the window and still continued, the rest of the day at school. They wanted to send me to the hospital. I was like, no, I'm finishing school. I'll go after school. I got home. I mean, I only lived like a block away from the school by now. And yeah, I know. I was going to school in another city before. Yeah, but I was still kind of staying in that city with with my late grandmother. But my mother at the time lived about a block away from the new school I was at and almost got expelled from. Yeah, I told you, I've got a history of fighting. I love it. But Ben became kind of like a villain. A lot of people thought he was, lost respect for him, didn't want to hang out with him. Let's see. Daryl still gave me shit for at least another year to go because he got in trouble with his dad. His dad was, I guess, kind of abusive and really over the top. Wait, me too. There must be. But yeah, Daryl's dad got pissed off, and at the end of the year, I don't know what happened to Bruce. Like, I saw him for the rest of that year, and then he was gone. Never saw him again. I don't know. It was just like, okay, where'd he go? I was getting invited by popular girls to like parties. I got my name submitted for like vote for like the last dance of the school year's like little king. People rigged it so I could take pictures with this girl I had a crush on, who I guess when she found out I had a crush on was disgusted and slapped me. But whatever. I digress from that. Made me a better person who I am now, I guess. I did get a little cocky, I don't want to say stuck up, but I say a little cocky. Because I got my ass handed to me and it became popular. What am I going to say? I spent the next 4 years of high school alone, kind of like the screech of my high school. But everybody knew who I was, and by the time I was done with my freshman year, the nickname got shortened to Droop. By the time it was Droop for up until maybe 2002, and then it just, with enough people mishearing Droop as Drew, it just became Drew. I mean, everybody around me, like, the name just became Drew, and it just evolved on its own, with people mishearing it and keep saying it, and other people getting in, learning it that way. But I just became Drew, and it's been permanent. It stayed with me. It's amazing that how far out you can get with certain things like this. I mean, I'm spilling out my life almost like a vlog while I'm playing a video game and tripping out on the cutscenes when I can. And some of these cutscenes are kind of like cool. Some of them we see over and over with this game. Like, I do think they could have done a better job, but whatever. I digress. Oh, I ran into Ben and his kid a couple years ago at a game store. And it was great. Like, it was just coincidental. His kid just was like the one right in front of me in line, and you know, lo and behold, here comes my, comes the dude, one of the only people to knock me out. I'll put it that way. I'm gonna say it. The only person to ever knock me out walks up to me, looks at me, and goes, "What's up, Drew?" And I was like, "What's up, man?" And it was like one of those things, like, you would have thought like there was no, like, there had never been beef between us. But lo and behold, it just was, all the beef was started over, him trying to showboat a little bit and me thinking he was joking, and I thought he was playing. And when it got serious, I just tried to defend myself. But it was always, I thought we were just playing, just like joking around, like trying to make friends. Oops. Ooh, wow, I'm flying through this game faster than I thought. Just talking about how I became Drew. Alright, we still got a little bit of time. The Mr. Drew part. This is the final evolution. 2-part thing. And I mean this jokingly, but 2-part thing is, I dated a girl who had DID, or kind of, as some people call it, split personality disorder, or back in the day. I don't know what DID stands for. I think it's detached identity disorder or something like that. I just got schooled. But basically, yeah, what they would call split personalities. And I didn't know this when I first started dating. And one of the dates we were going out, and she wouldn't call me by my name. She just kept calling me Mister. But but when she said Mister, she said it in like the most cutest, like, little voice. But it didn't feel like, it didn't sound like the right voice. And I know some people might get this, where you say like you're like out with somebody and they just doesn't feel like it's the same person. Like the vibe off of them is different. Yes, I pulled it off. That was difficult. I thought I was gonna die. And she just like, it was this cutest little Mister type little voice of how she was saying it. And I kind of dug it. It was just adorable. And then just later on in the date, and understand, I still don't realize that she is like split personalities, or she is switched personalities, or any of this. Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna have to continue, which is cool. So I have no idea if this girl has like split personalities, and we're still on the date. And she looks at me and she goes, "Mister, are you safe?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm starting to piece together, like, something's not right. I shouldn't say not right, but something doesn't making sense at the time for what I thought. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But we talked, and it told me that she was like a split personality. And then she asked me what my name was, and we talked, and I told her what everyone just calls me, Drew, and she's like, "Mr. Drew," and I'm like, "Aw." And I'm not trying to, like, as I noticed that I'm saying it, kind of sounds almost like Jar Jar Binks, but no, it was like this little, almost like sweet little girl type voice, but like kind of scared, terrified little girl. Like shaky. That's why I'm trying to get like the voice, but I can't do it right. I don't do voice as well. There we go. No! Oh, dude, I thought I had it. I thought it was my health that was low. Okay, I have to play her well. I don't like her moves that well. Come on, do it! Ah, finally! I was scared. Oh yeah, so she was doing the little cute Mr. Drew type thing. And then it kind of stuck with me. I thought it was kind of cute, but I didn't think I was going to let it evolve that way. And there was around the time of me dating that girl, I was also working with a guy who was a kind of, not really the most, how do I want to put it? Little shady, but you can tell he wasn't always trying to be shady. Like, he wants to be the good guy in his story, but he doesn't see himself fully as the good guy. Kind of like the anti-hero of his own story. Like, yeah, I like that. The anti-hero of his own story. Oh, that was close. Well, I used to babysit for his kid. And when his little kid was young, he used to always call me Mr. Drew. And he always would like, "Mr. Drew, go church! Go church!" Because he always wanted to walk to the church, because there was a church that was close to his house. But I never walked him to the church. No. It was one of those things of where it was somebody else's kid. I'd rather have the family to go for a walk instead of me. I mean, I'd walk with them if I was walking with their family, but usually I was at their house working on 360 repairs. we used to fix the drives in them, the oh god, DVD drives. You know, like, because, you know, they stopped working after a while, and so we would repair them. That's where we go with there. But his little son used to call me Mr. Drew, and it was really cute. And so that kind of grew on me too, and so that's why where the name Mr. Drew came from. But my real name, that's a story for another time, another place, another game. If my plotting is right, this video should be coming out on a Friday. Which means I want everybody to have a good weekend. Don't do anything stupid. Have fun. But I purposely try to space these videos out a little bit, so that way there's content, even if I'm not be able to get on live stream, which I really want to live stream also. But I still want to put in at least an hour a day on a on recorded video if I can. At least one, if not two. And then I want to also live stream a couple hours if I can also. Work permitting, of course. Oh, there we go. She wants to just go back home. She's like, can I just go home? Whoa. Hello. I was not expecting that. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. I did not expect that. So now you all people know the secret of where the Drew came from. Maybe one of these days I'll have to talk about the religion. I know I should leave religion out, but it's not really a religion. It was a cult. Technically. Well, it was supposed to be a religion. But some people would just call it a cult. Ah, that's a story for another time. Smoothly cover up on how my belly is going. Wow, what's this? Whoa! Oh, belly button. Okay, not what I thought she was talking about. Yeah, I'm a little, like, surprised by it. Skip that. If it's the same thing, I'll just skip it as well. Or go faster. Yep. Yep. I like this screen. Yep. 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 Game over! Congratulations! Organize you! Happiness! Alright, everybody. This is going to be the last one for... Oh, no, not the last one, but, you know. I'm going to cut this one short, but let's just see. We still have... Okay. Alright, everybody. I'm going to cut this one out tonight. You guys have a good time. Don't think I would do. And if my plan is right, this is a weekend. So have yourself a good Friday. Party on. Don't get the weekend a little too crazy. And remember, if you get arrested tonight or tomorrow, you won't see the judge until Monday. Yeah, that's right. Monday. Alright, we're out. It didn't cut out.